Fala, gente, belezinha? Suave na nave, de boa, na lagoa. Vamos estar aqui iniciando mais uma live, espero que vocês gostem. Estou seguindo hoje aqui com Dragon Age Inquisition, né? Então, quem não acompanhou ainda nenhum vídeo daqui da saga, né? Eu recomendo que possa estar vendo os vídeos anteriores para saber aí como chegam até aqui. Beleza? Vamos iniciar então? Estamos aqui iniciando com a nova placa de captura, melhor imagem, melhor áudio. Espero que vocês gostem. E simbora. Deixar um pouco o som para não... Não sei como é que tá o áudio, espero que esteja bom. Vamos dar uma olhada, qualquer coisa a gente ajusta, né? Beleza, a última vez que eu joguei aqui eu lembro que passei mal e eu tava fazendo as roupas da equipe. Não lembro o que eu já fiz, eu já tem um bom tempinho, né? Mas eu tava fazendo a roupa da equipe quando eu passei mal e eu acabei deixando de lado, né? O jogo. Vamos ver. Vou começar com, acho que tá com os magos. Eu já tô com a roupa aqui. Eu tô com o elmo. Beleza, a Cassandra não tá. Eu pedi uma roupa pra Cassandra. Eu pedi uma roupa pra Cera. Dorian já tá com a roupa. Blackwood não tá com roupa. Foley não tá com roupa. Vivienne já tá. Com o Elmo também. Vivienne. Tô meio perdido, gente, que tá jogando GTA. Beleza, ela tá com o Elmo aqui. Solas já tá com o Elmo e com a roupa. Então eu fiz só os magos mesmo, certeza. Só os magos, eu não sei se eu gostei de manga ou não dei. Eu acho que eu gostei das mangas sim. Dá uma olhada. Tá ali, tá ajustado as mangas, com certeza eu gostei todas as mangas. Então vamos fazer aqui logo a roupa dos guerreiros, né? Fazer a roupa com roupas dos guerreiros e azeite em participação. Beleza? Eu não lembro se eu fiz capacete para todos. Então vamos fazer o seguinte, eu vou colocar a capacete logo para todo mundo. O que sobrar. Força e constituição, boa. Pra ela. Cassandra. Ciro. Isso eu acho que é mais Constituição. Dorian. Já tá com capacete? Já. Blackwood. Blackwood eu acho que daria mais força e Constituição pra mim também. Coley. Coley seria mais Constituição. Viviane já tá com capacete. Solas já tá com capacete. Verk. Verk bota força e Constituição. O touro não usa esse tipo de capacete, então deixa de boa. Então já tem capacete pra todo mundo. Volta agora a fazer a roupa. Beleza? Vamos começar logo com os guerreiros, depois eu faço com os ladrões, beleza? A cota de a armadura pesada de dragão, só eu posso usar, infelizmente. Então tem 92, 221. No caso aqui pra Cassandra, né? É a armadura com a maior defesa que tá tendo ali, 221. Então 92, ó. 221. Vamos fazer essa aqui primeiro. Então os 3. Então, são guerreiros. Aumenta o vigor ao máximo, boa. Cura 15% do dano, boa também. Golpe a cada 3 de guarda, não é ruim, mas para eles são mais defesa, né? Não é tão boa. Você tem chance de usar golpe no escuro ou qualquer, mas 2% é muito pouco. Eu vou usar aquela, vou usar esse. Aumenta o vigor. Por 15% do dano recebido, 15, essa é boa. Vou fazer uma dessa. Então, esse dragão. Constitui em força, ou esse dragão de novo. Deixa eu tirar aqui um pouco do microfone, ele tá passando um carro de som aqui. Tô vendo aqui o que tá valendo a pena seria defesa à distância, não tem como defesa de perto, então essa aqui, defesa à distância, boa. Fizemos uma, no caso vai ter que fazer 3, que é Cassandra, Blackwood e o touro. Fiz uma com essa, não foi? Fiz uma com essa. Não foi essa que eu fiz, foi. Um vigor. Aumentar a bota fazer uma com essa. Vigor. Vigor, beleza. O item é os mesmos, né? No caso aí, osso de dragão. Mais osso de dragão. E aqui vai ser. Pele de áspera. Beleza. E mais uma. Essa aqui eu vou colocar obsidiana, que é 3 de guarda. O esquema aqui é o mesmo. Osso de dragão. 221. Mais osso de dragão, que dá constituição e força. E mais o último lá, que é áspera. Beleza, vamos criar agora as luvas. São 3 luvas e 3 botas. Bastante de cotas de vanguarda. Bônus de cura, não é ruim para eles. Resistência a fogo também não seria muito ruim, mas eu quero mais ele tenha resistências. Elétrica, magia, espiritual, fogo. Só tem isso. Infelizmente só tem isso. Inicialmente vamos botar um bônus de cura. E verite, né? Que é a defesa corpo a corpo. Primeira. A segunda eu vou fazer um pouco diferente. Vou dar resistência a fogo e corpo a corpo. E a terceira, eu pensando em fazer um pouco mais diferente ainda. Vamos ver qual que tem mais defesa aqui, ó. Elétrica. Não é ruim. Defesa contra magia é muito boa. Espiritual também. Ó, já tem um bônus de cura. Faz o com defesa elétrica. Ah, o Verite. Cadê? Aqui é Verite. 3 luvas já foi. Vamos acabar para 3 botas. 11 de Verite. E mais Everite dá 17 de corpo a corpo. Isso vai dar uma defesa boa para eles. Fazer todas de Everite. 3 botas de Everite. Boa. Então, eles estão completos. Beleza? Mas pode aproveitar já e fazer a do ladrão também, né? A do ladrão, os capacetes ficou feio na cera, né? Mas a defesa e a construção dele é boa. Quando aparecer outro capacete eu troco. Então, 206. Já tá dando mais defesa, vai ser ele mesmo. Ela é uma arqueira. Vou colocar aqui. Minha guarda a cada disparo. Boa. Aqui vai ser escamas, né? Muito legal. Aqui defesa corpo a corpo ali, então ela vai atacar a distância. A bala ao copiar seria bom. Agora aqui uma opção número 3, né? Que é o ouro, aumenta a vida dela. A bala ao copiar nível 2, não. Nível 3 aqui. Defesa corpo a corpo. Infelizmente é o que está dando melhorzinho. Esse aqui também, a bala, o 7 vai ficar esse aqui. O último aqui vai ser aqui. Esse fogo não. Frio. A distância, defesa a distância, isso é boa. Beleza, nós já temos o nosso padrão. É isso aí. O Velho também é a mesma coisa, ele vai estar usando a besta, então o dragão. Aqui argentino. E aqui é o último que eu escolhi mesmo. Aliás, cara. Pra Colen, eu vou. Certo mesmo. Eu quase não uso Colen mesmo, então tá de boa. Vou ter que ocupar corpo a distância porque o Colen vai sempre mais pra cima da pessoa, né? O assassino vai com 2 adagas. Beleza. Agora são 3 luvas. Vou botar o Verite, no caso vai ser com o Colen. E o último lá também. Distância. Pra ela, vou colocar. Esse aqui é a bala. Vai ser aqui lá mesmo. mais defesa à distância. O Veric eu vou mesclar. Vou botar defesa, pouco a pouco. E sapatos eu vou botar um com bônus de cura. Pela distância. Contra magia não é ruim. Resistência elétrica. Bônus de cura. Eu quero botar tudo nível 3 porque falta uma, né? Eu enganei. Eu acho que eu devo ser todo mundo, eu acho. Dá uma olhada. Vamos lá, vamos começar por guerreiros, né? No caso vai o touro. O touro vai ser esse aqui. Guarda, vigor ao máximo. No caso do touro vai ser o vigor. Beleza. Agora vamos seguir a sequência. Tá o touro, vou botar o Veric, que é ladrão. O Veric eu vou bala, defesa. Tá a mesma coisa, só mudou as posições ali só. A mesma coisa. O Veric até ficou legalzinho. O Veric até que ficou legalzinho. Solas já tá, agora o Vigueiro já tá. O Colei. Ô bem-estar, bom dia. Belezinha, mano? Como é que você tá? Jogando aqui um pouquinho de Dragon Age hoje. O Colei eu vou botar defesa e pouco a pouco. Blackwood. Vou botar pra ele se curar pra ele receber. Boa, muito bom isso aí. Se eu tiver disponível eu vou estar presente lá, viu? Eu não sei se eu vou estar disponível, mas se eu tiver, vou dar uma chegada lá. Ô, bem-estar, como é que tá o áudio aí, tá bom? Eu não fiz o teste ainda, não sei como é que tá. Dória aqui eu já mudei. Cera, falta roupa da cera. Pronto. Cassandra. Roupa da Cassandra. Acho que vou ter roupa pra todo mundo. Botei. E aí, rapaz, como é que tá seu dia? Como é que começou seu dia? Tudo boa? Cassandra, eu vou colocar luvas. Resistência a fogo, resistência elétrica. Eu jogo bastante com ela, vou botar bônus de cura, corpo a corpo. O sapato dela eu vou colocar defesa. Cera, vou colocar defesa a distância, corpo a corpo não, bala sou copiado sim. E defesa a distância, boa. Pés eu vou colocar bônus de cura, não. Tá tudo a mesma coisa, bônus de cura e defesa a distância. Dorian já está completo. Blackwood, eu vou colocar defesa corpo a corpo, resistência a fogo. Eu vou botar ele resistência elétrica. Vou botar resistência elétrica. Corpo a corpo já está ali. Ele fica com 5 constituição, 7 defesa à distância, 23 defesa corpo a corpo, 5 de força, 21 resistência elétrica e cura 15% do dano recebido. Boa. Coley agora. Coley vai ser o que? Defesa à distância é melhor. Com 18 bônus de cura, 21 defesa à distância, 18 defesa corpo a corpo. Essa defesa à distância pelo limite é pouca, mas ele ataca mais em cima, entendeu? A Viviane está pronta, o Solo está pronto, o guarda aqui. Vamos colocar o que falta nele, né? O bracelete, 18 bônus de cura, 21 defesa à distância, 11 defesa corpo a corpo. É o que tem menos coisa. O touro de ferro projeção também. Fica com 5 constituição, 7 defesa à distância, 23 defesa corpo a corpo, que é muito bom. 5 de força, 24 de resistência ao fogo. Virou um monstro aí. Para. Vou fazer as armas agora. Eu tenho que ver se eu tiro as armas deles para poder fazer outras. Touro, ele tá com espadão. 236 de dano, sem runa. Deixa eu ver se essa espada já é mais forte. Se não for, eu faço outra. Essa aqui que ele tá usando. A dele tem especial? Se não tiver, eu vou ter que fazer outra de qualquer forma. Não tem especial, então vou ter que refazer elas. Infelizmente eu vou ter que fazer. Brad também aqui não troca por nada. Solas, ele tá com cajado, mas não tá preparado também. Viviane tá com cajado, mas não tá com melhorias. Coley tá com as duas espadas normais dele. Blackwood, ele tá com um escudinho fraco 32 e a espadinha também não tem melhorias. Não tem melhoria. Tem que fazer todo mundo, não tem jeito. Todo mundo aqui tá sem melhorias. O arco da também não tem. Todo mundo aqui vai ganhar uma melhoria agora. Como é que tá meu cajado? Não sei. Para não me perder, eu vou me livrar dos cajados. Vou tirar as coisas necessárias deles, né? Mas que é o arco, por exemplo, a melhoria do guarda-mão. 18, 16, dá pra pegar isso. Não. Boa. Esse punho que eu podia tirar, 20 de crítico. E 8 de sangramento, vou tirar esses dois. Aí eu preciso fazer. Esse aqui é um gancho. E essa tem um guarda-mão normal. Vamos ver qual é o melhor. Aqui eu vou vender tudo e me livrar disso. Tô com um quadro de poder aqui de quem? Do Verica. Vamos saber. Vamos lá, fazer as armas. Vou começar com as armas dos magos. Eu preciso de 4 cajados. Já que o meu também é mago. Vou começar por aqui, cajados. O meu cajado mais forte é sendo o da Bruxa, Magestral. Infelizmente não saiu outro ainda. Então vai ser esse aqui para todo mundo. No meu caso eu gosto de ganhar guardas, resistir um pouco mais de dano, né? Eu gosto de fazer cajado para mim elétrico. Vou fazer um elétrico de fogo para mim. Vou de fogo. Magia, determinação e magia. Determinação e magia. Eu não tinha como colocar as constituição, mas não tô vendo. Acho que é no outro colocar a constituição, tô confundindo. Beleza, tô com 13 magia e 13 determinação. Um cajado. Pra Viviane, vou fazer um de frio, de gelo, né? Uma coisa, 3 magia, 3 determinação. E Dória, vou fazer de fogo. Guarda também. Dória, vou fazer de fogo. De qualquer forma ele é um necromante, né? Beleza. E para o Solas, vou fazer de raio também. Como ele é um mago que eu uso mais para cura, eu vou botar cura nele. É um elétrico. Beleza. Cada cajado precisa da mão, do punho, né? O punho melhorzinho que eu tô tendo vai ser esse aqui. Nível 2, infelizmente. Não peguei nem o punho nível 3 ainda. Então, já que é esse, vai esse mesmo. Assim dá pra colocar 21 de crítico nele. Então, eu vou botar aqui 14 de crítico. Cura ao matar. Boa também, não é ruim não. Mestrando assim que é bom. São 4 que eu falei, né? 4 cajados. Sendo que um eu já tenho pra quase pronto. Eu tenho um pronto já. Vai ficar assim mesmo. 21, bônus de dano crítico, muito bom. Beleza, já tem 3, um lá que eu tenho 4. Vamos pegar aqui a lâmina. Essa lâmina, as mais fracas são essas aqui, ó. As mais fracas para as mais fortes. essa aqui também, muito boa. Vou fazer uma dessa. Bala ao copiar, penetração de armadura. Ataque. Ataque é bom, porque aumenta o dano, né? Penetração de armadura. Eu quero botar tudo nível 3. O osso do dragão dá sangramento. Boa. Bota sangramento. Interdição, magia de dominação. Fiz uma dessa, vou fazer mais uma. Agora com um sistema diferente. Prevenite da ataque. Aqui só compensa botar esse daqui, ó. Aqui, dragão. Já 6 de cada. Acho que eu já fiz tudo já. Se eu precisar eu faço mais uma depois. Duas do outro, duas desse. Qualquer coisa eu faço mais um se precisar. Beleza, o cajado já tá pronto. Agora nós precisamos de 2 espadas. E a maçã. A maçã tá dando mais, 228 de FPS. 228. Mas a espada aqui é a... Eu vou botar a espada. Dá mais guarda. Aí força, constituição e força. Constituição e força, mais fácil. Posso aumentar a constituição aqui para 11. Eu aumento tudo e deixo para 9. Apesar que se eu botar ouro vulcânico vai para 12, olha só. Combinar força e constituição junto. Primeira espada, você deixar os dois com a mesma espada. Essas partes são as partes mais chatas que tem no jogo, né? Pronto, 2 espadas já tá pronto. Os dois eu tenho que fazer 2 escudos. Esse escudo da sombra é um dos melhores. O do dragão. Esses são os mais fracos. O escudo do dragão é bom, mas sei lá. 6, 4, 3. A mesma coisa para todos, tá? 6, 4, 3. Esse aqui mesmo, para todo mundo. Eu acho que vou botar vigor pra eles. Cura. Vigor. Aumentar o vigor deles. Força e constituição. A defesa é corpo a corpo. Isso é boa. Primeiro, para acho que vou botar para se curar. Fogo não. Abalar. Corpo a corpo. Chuveirite melhor, corpo a corpo. Beleza. Então 2 espadas, 2 escudos, tá ok pra ela. O autor de ferro ele usa uma arma de 2 mãos. posso refazer o espadão ou fazer aqui um machado. Mas é que o espadão tem mais DPS. Tem que criar o espadão dele que tinha antes, né? Eu vou botar bônus de cura, que ele se machuca demais. Esse DPS. Força e constituição. Aumentar mais força e constituição, ó. Fica 13 e 13. Boa. O que eu não vi com a. Eles aqui com o cabo. Né? Nível 1, nível 2. Entra no controle. Nível 1, né, que é nível 2. Nível 2. Nível 2, nível 2. 4, 2, 5 e 2. 4, 2, 5 e 2. Melhor 5 e 2, né? Esse é nível 2, mas está sendo mais fraco do que o de cá. Vai ser esse aqui mesmo. Sangra golpear. Não é ruim não. Penetração de armadura. Bônus de dano na guarda. A guarda é que ele está defendendo, entendeu? Então se atacar ele mesmo defendendo, tem aquele bônus de dano. O Everite está dando 4 de ataque. Esse sangue, vamos botar esse aqui. Pronto, beleza, 15 e 4. Eu já tenho um desse pronto, boto no outro lá. Beleza. O espadão. O espadão, ele precisa de um punho. O melhor punho de talento é aqui, ó. Segura golpear. Vamos na guarda, isso. Mesmo defendendo, leva porrada. Se eu botar ataque, eu vou aumentar ainda o dano. Ah, 18 pontos de 18. Diferente das outras, ele tem um pumo. O pumo do cabo da espada, né? Vou aumentar a constituição dele, ó. Força e constituição. E curar ou matar. Ficou ruim não, beleza. Eu já fiz o guerreiro, já fiz o mago. Vamos fazer o ladrão. Para fazer o ladrão, eu vou começar aqui com Coley, que ele usa 2 adagas, né? Vou fazer essa adaga aqui da hora, que eu acho ela muito linda, essa adaga. Muito linda mesmo. Cortador de lâmina dupla magestral. Coley usa 2 adagas sempre. Então uma eu vou botar guarda para ele. Acho que é melhor botar as 2, né? Como guarda. Já fizeram muita guarda mesmo, de qualquer forma. Astúcia e destreza. Eu devia escrever nela, mas mudar o nome, mas não vou fazer isso não. Ó, eu posso aumentar o vigor dele, que é bom, não é ruim. E curar ele se machuca bastante também. Apesar que esse aqui, ele de certa forma ele se protege mais. É uma escolha bem difícil, hein? Mesma configuração as duas. Outro cabo. Ela é lâmina dupla, então tem dois tipos de cabo. Tem essa, punho de lâmina dupla firme, e tem essa, que é a mesma coisa, muda a cor. Punho de lâmina dupla equilibrada. Segurou copiar, bônus da guarda. Penetração de armadura, boa. Penetração de armadura. A chance, muito boa a chance. Vou aumentar um pouco mais a chance dele, né? Beleza, a daga tá pronta. Arco, que é da cera. O arco da cera vai dar pra ela mais guarda. Ela vai em 3, vai pegar mais 3, vai 6 por cada flechinha disparada. 141 de dano, DPS, né? Penetração de armadura, é boa. Destreza, né? Tem esse aqui mesmo. Astúcia e destreza. O punho, por enquanto, o melhorzinho que eu tô tendo é esse. De destreza e 12 de... E o Verdict 44, 61, 78. Vamos lá. 78 de dano. Bala golpear. E esse aqui é armadura. Então punho 5. Esse aqui é o melhorzinho por enquanto. Dá 6 ali. Astúcia e destreza. A mira 4, 5, 6. Dá mais penetração de armadura? Não, dá outra coisa. Ah, bônus de dano crítico, boa. Veric, todos eles estão prontos. Agora o principal. Isso aqui vai dar mais dano ainda. Eu não tenho contra corrompidos ainda, infelizmente está faltando coração de cadáver, que eu não tenho. Contra dragão eu não vou colocar nenhum ainda. Demônio eu vou fazer uma, 2, 3, 4. Relâmpago. Ele vai essa mais fraca, mas eu vou fazer logo 1, 2, 3, 4. Onda de gelo. Gelo acho que não tem nenhum aqui ainda. Caminho de fogo. Corrupção. A corrupção ela mata mais humanos e animais. Os 4, né? Vamos montar e pular para logo daqui. Vamos montar as armas antes. No meu caso, eu sou um mago. Ah, esqueci de fazer um cajado elétrico pra mim. Falei que ia fazer e esqueci. Cajado. A bruxa. Vai me dar guarda também. Mas eu quero ele elétrico. É verite. Prontinho. Vamos aqui. Eu vou ficar primeiro com um de fogo. A Cassandra vai pegar um escudo. E uma espada. Cera vai pegar o arco. Dória vai pegar um cajado de fogo, claro. O Blackwood vai pegar a mesma coisa, um escudo e uma espada. Foley vai pegar as adagas. Vivienne vai pegar um cajado de gelo. Solas vai pegar um cajado elétrico. Veric, ele já tá com a besta dele, depois a gente. Touro de ferro. O touro de ferro vai pegar aqui essa espadinha. Acabou. Agora é só a gente aprimorar. Eu tô com dois cajados, né? Um elétrico e um de fogo. Vou apontar meu primeiro. Logo 21 pontos de dano crítico, logo. Constituição. Eu gosto de ter bastante constituição, mas essa aqui ferrou um pouco. Marco colocar de constituição pra mim mesmo, beleza. A runa aqui eu vou colocar como matar demônio, que é fogo. Vou para 126 DPS. Depois eu faço elétrico. Cassandra, vou pegar a espada dela aqui, colocar o punho. Melhorzinho aqui, 15. Melhor. Aí vamos aqui colocar dano elétrico ou dano de fogo. Porque os bichos que tem resistência a fogo, por isso que eu não tô pensando muito. Talvez dano elétrico seja melhor. Dano elétrico. A Cassandra. Cera. Ela vai pegar aqui o arco, aqui o punho, uma runa de fogo. Não, demônio. Vamos bastante com ela. Dória. Essa aqui. Ah, tem uma runa. já tá com a espada aqui, eu vou botar... Não, assim já. Fogo. Olha aí. Olha, eu vou colocar uma elétrica e uma de fogo. Uma elétrica e uma de fogo. Fica vai da hora. Higiene. Vou matar. Tô faltando fazendo uma. Olha lá. Vou terminar de fazer por solo. Eu vou fazer pra mim depois. Ah não, ficou faltando ainda lá. Ficou faltando ainda, né? Eu fiz só até os solas. Deixa eu fazer logo aqui o minho. Meu punho. Ataque, bônus da guarda, porão matar, crítico. Eu acho isso mesmo, porão matar, crítico. É 21 de crítico. A lâmina loja tem. Eita, demora, hein, gente. Solas Veric. Veric tá com a besta dele. Vou tirar. Vou colocar a mira. Já fiz. Punho. Eu fiz. Vibrar. Eu fiz. Vai 139. A runa. É isso aí. 462 RPS. Pô, não foi não. Agora touro. Punho. Padrão elétrico, ficou da hora, hein? Beleza. Agora sobrou o meu cajado. Vou ficar aqui 21 de dano crítico. A lâmina vai me dar constituição. E a runa corrupção. Tô com 2 cajados. Um de fogo, mata demônios, e corrupção, mata vivos, né? Diferença mínima. Todo mundo armado e pronto. Vamos embora. Não vou fazer aqui não. Pra quem não sabe, eu passei mal da última vez que eu fiz isso, né? Tava passando mal. Glicemia baixou. Pressão. A pressão chegou a 8 por 7. Quase morri. Faz parte, né? Faz parte. Beleza, então eu... vamos dar um salve aqui. Já vamos julgar o outro aqui, né? Fazer um julgamento.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment. Where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
Não quero passar por esse discurso novo não, então vamos salvar.
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat. Chief Movran the Hunter. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
You're a chieftain of the Avar. Will your attacks persist?
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Don't look at me.
No foul. He meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat. Do as you've earned, Inquisitor. My clan yields. My remaining boys had brains still in their heads.
It seems our conflict was accidental, Chief Movran, but it can't be repeated. I banish you and your clan, with as many weapons as you can carry, to Tevinter.
My idiot boy got us something after all.
Tem algumas aprovações, né? Bom, teria mais um julgamento aqui. Posso fazer logo agora.
You recall Gerion Alexius of the Winter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination on your own life, no less. The Winter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former Magister as you see fit.
I remember what would have happened to Thedas if his treachery had succeeded.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
Deixar o nuco. Quero que ele pesquise magia. Eu mesmo executarei, prendendo servirá os magos da Rocha Vermelha.
You swore to the mages you'd help them. I will have you uphold that promise. Fiona will take charge of you. Any knowledge, favor, or coin you own will go towards the mage's future.
A headsman would have been kind.
Dois julgamentinhos, toma. Beleza, acabou os julgamentos, acabou. Eu não vou olhar nem. Ah, tem que olhar, infelizmente. Vamos iniciar as missões já.
Yes.
Who rules Antiva?
Officially, the Principality of Antiva is governed by His Majesty King Fugelno II. In reality, Antiva's merchant princes rule the country in every quite loudly.
Vou lançar a conversinha aqui.
May I just say, one has never heard an argument. It's all a part of life in Antiva. Might we speak of something else?
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Fazer logo um modo de história, né? Qualquer coisa não faz outras coisas depois. Apesar que outras coisas depois fica estagnado, né? Mas não tem problema. Eu tô muito tempo sem fazer nada aqui no jogo. Sério que eu acho que umas 2 horas quando eu passei mal da outra vez, eu fiz 1 hora. Agora já vai quase 1 hora de live já sem fazer nada também. Tem bastante coisa na mesa, ó. Fundamento, a resistência do The Winter. Ruínas de refúgio.
Have you heard anything? Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do. At your service.
All right.
Beleza, só 2. Encontra o guardião. Vou fazer logo o baile, né, gente? Faz parte da história, nós temos que fazer aqui primeiro também. Olhos e Corações Maldosos. Vamos fazer ela. É demorado, mas não é dos piores. Vamos lá, vamos lá.
I've arranged an accord between the Marquis and the Dowager. Wonder of wonders. Perhaps they can be useful to us after all.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Floriana, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspar and Ambassador Riara. The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
A man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their numbers sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the personal merit. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Brianna?
An ambassador in name only, she has organized the elves of Halam Shiral into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Brianna is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait. The elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briella could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Agora chegou a hora de uma das partes mais chatas do jogo. Decidir quem vai ficar no trono e quem não vai. Quem vai pro baile e quem fica. Vamos colocar aqui a Sarah, com certeza vai. A Cassandra vai. Um ladrão, um guerreiro. Vou colocar um mago. Acho que eu vou colocar, não sei se eu coloco ela ou ele. Com a Vivienne. Vivienne é muito boa também.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Inquisitor Trevelyan, it is an honor to meet you at last. Bringing the rebel mages into the ranks of your army was a brilliant move. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Exactly what would be required to get that Imperial support?
I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. Prepared to shock the Assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Duke Gaspard. I look forward to ending this civil war.
As do I, my friend. The Empire needs stability and security, now more than ever. If you have the safety of the Orlesian people at heart, Inquisitor, perhaps you will look into something for me. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
Tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy.
That Ambassador Briala used to be a servant of Celine's. That is, until my cousin had her arrested for crimes against the Empire to cover up a political mistake. If anyone in this room wishes Celine harm, Inquisitor, it's that elf. She certainly has reason. Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
A mage? No, there must be some mistake.
From the Circle of Ostwick, so they say. Lady Nightingale.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Where has that servant gone? Elves. Always shirking their duties.
Foreigners.
Interesting.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray. Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to dinner at Skyhold.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer staring down Corypheus.
You're just full of joy and light this evening.
Everything will be fine. And Raste watch over us all.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A martyr? The Maker has important sense.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
This dress uniform is preposterous. Formal armor would have been better.
Can Gaspar take the throne without the back?
I had hoped to tour the royal wing class.
Interesting. I had no idea.
I heard.
Interesting. Waste of time.
I wish there was more news coming from the pond.
Good news is becoming an increasingly rare commodity. How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
I had no idea.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lord Inquisitor Trevelyan of the Ostwick Circle of Magi. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed. Hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine. Madame Vivienne, first Enchanter of the Circle of Magi, Enchanter of the Imperial Court, Mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine. Her Ladyship, my bulls each, of course. Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, Commander of the Forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, Veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I'm delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment. Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything?
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this him?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Of course not. How do people come up with these ideas?
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of. The dancing is so dull, Your Worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette. Stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
Huh. She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette! That's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Inquisition fill its ranks with apostates?
You just know that will end badly.
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
Beats his squire.
I heard that it
He's a
wasn't
she.
renovations at all.
As a bastard.
The palace was damaged
Extra
by Gaspar's
toes.
Cavaleiro.
What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but... Wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Leave us.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Boring.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does.
Well, that's useful.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Floriane hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
Another time, my lord.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the Council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Well, well. What's this?
My lord! My lord Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in his holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
It's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
I heard Celine was...
Interesting. Just gossip. Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me. This is a private conversation.
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen.
get back to the ballroom. Waste of time. That will be the second bell. Fashionably late now. Boring.
Inquisitor, are you enjoying the ball? This is your first presentation at court, is it not? I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh, yes. This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight? I don't like that Grinch. Nobody should own as many hunting dogs as he does.
I had no idea.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
I don't suppose you'd like to dance, Lady Cassandra.
Now? This is hardly the time. We're here to find a killer, not dance.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone? Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
I may find the time to try a door or two.
Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Sire Honorine Chast.
And here we are. You've done well so far. Keep it up. Remember, my dear, this is war.
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a son, a lover, a friend, is not the same man who speaks for Andraste and leads the Inquisition. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Anything happening I should know?
Strange that I haven't seen much of Grand Duchess Florian. One could always find her clinging desperately to the Empress's skirts before.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
You are an interesting one. You have quite the silver tongue, Inquisitor. I do hope you put it to good use.
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantillon?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, my lady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Good evening, milady.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman? Inquisitor Trevelyan. Slumming even more than usual, I see. You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I had a question about you, Briala.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. And so that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
What's your story? How was an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Empress Celine and I have history. There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
What do you mean we had a falling out?
She betrayed me. Turned me over to the guards on a trumped-up charge to save her political reputation. It wasn't personal. It's the game. That's how all Orlesians justify these things to themselves. It wouldn't do to let the court know she had an elven friend.
If she doesn't win you back to her side, what do you intend to do?
I have contingency plans. I'm not a child putting all my hopes on a single ball. This evening gives me access to Duke Gaspard. He's challenging. Not as progressive or persuadable as his cousin. But with time and sufficient blackmail, he might work with us.
I'm surprised you'd admit that, considering the circumstances.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yes, Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor. Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course.
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't been properly introduced.
How rude of us to forget.
My Lord Inquisitor, allow me to present Lady Couteau.
And Lady Colombe.
And of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies-in-waiting.
I'd like to know more about Empress Celine.
Her Majesty has held the throne since she was just 16 years old.
She is respected and beloved, not just in Orlais, but across Thedas.
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations. It seems strange to hold peace talks during a ball.
The nobility must do things very differently in Ostwick.
By Orlesian tradition, moments of great solemnity are celebrated with revels and feasts.
While joyous occasions are given time for reflection and contemplation.
We must never forget that life is both bitter and sweet.
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in the war.
What can you tell me about the other parties involved in the talks?
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the Imperial Army, and a legend among chevaliers.
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly make his palace a war camp.
He's also fiendishly charming.
Lady Briella has great intentions to change the lives of the elves for the better.
Even if her plans could never work and would only provoke hate crimes against alienages.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience could prove disastrous.
What is the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective, Inquisitor.
Gaspard and Briella are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the safety of all Orlesians.
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress, how does the Inquisition benefit?
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the Orlesian Empire with her friendship.
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with Rivain, Antiva, the Underfels.
And she throws the best parties.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke. He's made a lot of threats to the Council of Heralds.
The Grand Duke is all talk, Inquisitor.
Very loud talk, accompanied by swords.
He has never had any skill at the game.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns Ambassador Briella. Her people have infiltrated every part of the Winter Palace.
This is extremely alarming, Inquisitor.
She could be spying on our every word. How exciting!
She killed ambassadors from both Celine and Gaspard and forged documents to both sides.
How despicable!
After the Empress extended her hospitality?
She's better at the game than we thought.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade!
My friend, come in, have a drink. What can I do for you? You've been busily charming the court, I see.
I'd like to know more about you.
All of Orlais knows my story. But you, my friend, are far too sensible to be Orlesian. The heart of it is simple. I am the rightful heir to the throne of Orlais. But my cousin, Celine, is a politician, while I am a man of action. She charmed the Council of Heralds. They gave the crown to her, and while it looks fetching on her, I intend to take it back.
What are you claiming? Her crown or her head?
If Celine loses her head, it will not be my doing. I want my empire. I do not wish harm on my cousin, but I would not weep at her demise.
I have a question about the peace talks. You didn't extend this invitation out of the goodness of your heart, Grand Duke.
As you might have guessed, I'm not the most political man. If the nobles believe the Inquisition supports me, it will help in negotiations. And I take joy in watching the scandalized expressions when they see us together.
What can you tell me about Celine and Brialla?
Brialla may be called ambassador, but she is purely a spy. She works towards some hidden agenda. Elves have no place in politics. Her presence here is suspicious. Celine is a skilled player in the game. She knows how to get her way with a few words and a smile. But the game is a farce. I will prove that a few hundred chevaliers are better than diplomacy.
What will be going on in these negotiations?
We will whittle one another down with words until we are bored into agreement. Celine will talk circles around us, that elf will glower and cast suspicion everywhere, and I will get very drunk. Somehow, by the time they stop serving drinks, our war will be ended. Politics, my friend.
I get the distinct impression that you don't enjoy politics, Duke Gaspard.
In Orlais, they call it the Great Game. They believe it is something you can play and win. But there are no winners. Like dogs playing Wicked Grace, it is a mockery of action. Give me a battlefield, Inquisitor. I will show you who the victors are. When I am Emperor, there will be changes. No more of this courtier's nonsense. The nobles may not like it, but after a few lose their heads, they'll fall in line.
We'll speak later, Duke Gaspard.
Another time, friend.
Duke Gaspard has made a
Where are Alban and Colette?
Who cares? Is that Marquis Etienne? He's fiendishly handsome.
This could be worth checking out.
fully qualified arsehole stops to kill a cook?
They always kill the servants first, my dear. Otherwise they could run and warn someone.
Oh sure, reasonable, innit? Friggin' garbage. Got to be something here.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! No!
Venatori agents!
That must be the Venatori leader. Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
An elven locket? Stored away in a palace safe? Unwise, Celine.
Opa, grande Matari, boa tarde. Belezinha, mano?
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing,
boa, meu
Inquisitor?
amigo.
What will the nobility say?
Aí, melhorou bastante a imagem, hein? Depois troquei a placa de captura.
No doubt there's a line of people breathlessly waiting for dances with me.
I wouldn't be surprised if there
Agora com a
was.
imagem HDMI, hein?
You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get
Como
all
é
the
que tá o som,
Tevinter
rapaz?
blood off the
Tá
Mago.
muito alto ou
I
baixo?
came down to save or avenge my missing
jogo.
people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers, but killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspar must be planning to strike tonight.
Aí, o cafezinho, rapaz.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing
rapaz,
for a man
cafezinho.
plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Olesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
What do I have to give you in exchange for this army of spies?
A moment of consideration. I know which way the wind is
Valeu.
blowing.
É nóis.
I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it
Vontade de
could
tomar
prove
café agora,
advantageous
viu?
to us both. Just a thought.
Vamos na estante.
More politics and double dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here.
Quer chamar de Chaves. Café gelado? Bom, hein? Não é ruim não. Era bem prontinho, é bom. Só aquele enlatado. Só um café só, o que você faz mesmo gelado não é tão bom não, assim. Quem faz em casa, né? Sei lá, eu não acho só ele muito bom não. Já tempo que eu não jogava esse jogo, rapaz. Aí hoje, com a placa de captura aqui, né, depois que chegou, deu vontade de jogar ele. Fiquei um bom tempo já que eu não tava jogando ele. Na verdade não tava jogando nada, né? A não ser o GTA. Qual é a sala que fica aqui? É o quarto da Celine. Tô perdido aqui. Esse qual é o quarto da Celine? Meio perdido. 60, tô perdendo meus pontos, já fui 10 já. Vou voltar logo. Falei. Se acabar muito aquele pontuação, eu não consegui recuperar. Não, pra cima, pra baixo eu consegui. Pra baixo, não pra cima. Pra cá, ó. Tô longinho. Tá calor? Ó, pai. Só que aqui tá quente, viu? Vai vir calor também. Por que não tá calor? Ele fez um dia pra não estar quente. Eu comecei hoje cedo, joguei um pouquinho do GTA, né, online. Aí eu falei, eu vou fazer live. Isso aí eu resolvi fazer. Aí se não for assim, eu não consigo fazer nunca. O computador não dá pra fazer live do GTA, se desse, ia ser bom. Aí sim, um cafezinho compensa, viu? Sim, vale a pena.
There must be something here. That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Tu nunca jogou esse aqui não, né, Madari? O Dragon Age?
Third bell. Now I'm just plain late.
Coração da Corte chegou a 49, tem que fazer subir mais. Segredos de 30. Tô atrasado dos segredos, devia ter mais.
that's useful.
Pra aqui eu acho que o segredo já era, tá bom. 52, não tinha mais ali. Não sei como eu vou fazer pra ficar 100. Uma vez que eu consegui fazer até 100.
Did you see that knife-edged servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I am starting to believe I was there.
I need to get one of them.
Don't we all?
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
Yes. And? I told you, Philip.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
Vamos driblar os guardas aí,
Philip, the world is
o
coming
guarda
to
tudo
an end.
curioso.
If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
Aumentou em 10 da aprovação, porque tá 62. Vamos ir rápido aqui. Aqui. Vou dar uma voltinha por aqui, vamos ver se tem mais segredos. Às vezes aparece. Às vezes repete aqui os segredos.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted.
Agora eu posso perder meus pontos ou posso ganhar? Vamos depender da dança aqui agora.
You are from the Free Marches, are you not? How much do you know about our little war?
I assure you, the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
In the Winter Palace,
Eita, tô precisando de um
everyone is
cafezinho mesmo.
alone.
Obrigado aí, Matar.
It
Cafezinho.
cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous
Acordei muito
machinations
cedo
tonight.
hoje. Fui dormir muito tarde ontem e acordei muito cedo hoje.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
Acabou a dança.
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
The Duchess had some interesting things to say.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess tried to convince me Gaspard is the traitor, but I'm not sure I buy it.
Florian and her brother are thick as thieves, but she would give him up in an instant to save herself.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
You have an idea, Leliana?
What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing. That he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
Ai, ai. Vamos dar uma volta depois. Tem mais segredos? Se não tiver, vamos procurar grande crise. A informação chegou a 100 com aquela dança, é.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Is there something we may do for you?
We do so enjoy speaking with you.
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
I made a fascinating discovery. An elven locket in the Empress's vault.
Oh dear. That is very interesting.
I'll get Her Majesty.
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things.
The locket I found. It was a gift from Briala, wasn't it?
She gave it to me for my coronation. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor. But laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transform itself overnight. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is beyond my command.
Maybe you kept it because you still care for Briala.
Perhaps I do. But I cannot put her above all the people of my empire. Dispose of the locket however you like. It means nothing to me.
Ela tá ali ainda, mas não vou falar mais com ela.
Are all the Delosies here? Incredible.
Tem que achar os aposentos dela. Cadê?
Where has that servant gone?
Ah, Cira tá aqui. Vou falar primeiro com a William, não, Como é que passa o nome dela? Ela não tá aqui, ela tá do outro lado, quer ver? Aí tá na outra sala. A Liliane.
Mistress Nightingale, what
Look at Lady Cambion's slippers. Trimmed with pearls. And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
Olha a questão dessa mulher.
You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps?
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the Great Game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Do you really think Briala should be given influence?
Selene has been in power long enough to expect support. If we secure her throne, she will be grateful. But such gratitude will pale beside that of one we raise up from nothing. Who is lower than the elf? If we place Briala in power, with Gaspard as her mask, her debt to us will be great indeed. And Gaspard will have the throne he has wanted. With conditions, of course. I suspect he will still find it gratifying.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
Have you seen anything interesting?
Oh yes. Halam Shiral is lousy, with scandals and scheming. But no sign of a Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Maker, I hope not.
Vou entrar aí, porque agora não há missão ali dentro mais, é fora.
Interesting. Good to know.
Só eu tô sem ela. A armadura eu tô. Essas olhadas estão com a.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful.
porta é a porta que tá coisando ali. Esse aqui era outra coisa.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Tem a chave daqui.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace.
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else could send me here. It had to be Briala.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Florianne?
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
What were you trying to find in Florianne's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
If there's a reason you distrust Briala, I want to hear it.
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play Revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hate made it feel real good.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
O pessoal gosta de passar com carro de som. Mais uma chave. Precisa pôr a porta do quarto da Briella. Não, da saída. Da Celine. Já foi. Faltou só uma chave agora. Tá faltando uma, duas. Aí falta só mais uma. Aqui são 5 chaves. Aqui são 4. Ali é esse pau aqui. Claro. Consigo mais uma chave.
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
Aqui tá trancada, agora abriu.
You painted Olesian assholes! When I get out of this, I'll push you like the pigs you are!
Pode abrir ela primeiro, depois eu venho pra cá. Vou na porta abrir ela primeiro. No outro, eu tô com dúvida. É esse aqui, ó. Esse aí é aqui. Vai. Olha o cara como tá. Ela tava se divertindo com o cara aí. O cara tá todo amarrado.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
She'll be all prim, but here's you with your bits out.
Clever Celine. Even I'm impressed.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
Do they even like being so... like they are? Ugh.
Interessante, ele apitou. Como se tivesse alguma coisa ali. Não ligou em nada aqui agora. Ah, de novo, ó. A moeda.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I had a feeling you were mixed up in all this.
Such a pity. You could almost be our Legion, if you were just a little quicker. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
You don't have to go through with this, Florian. There's still time to turn back.
Oh, my dear Inquisitor, you are so naive. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill him, and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Justice tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
May God bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Tell me everything you know.
The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Sticky, fancy cheesemongers.
Want a new job? One that pays better? The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress, or the court, or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
Daqui. Aqui para ter uma sala pequena. Nada mais pra aqui não. Mais 4 abriu aqui. Qual caminho que eu peguei? Não tem mais nada não, então eu vou tomar meu lugar. Mesmo lugar.
servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Agora que vamos decidir o jogo.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech. What should we do?
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories?
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
Pegou.
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out. Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private. Elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
You allowed the Grand Duke to sneak soldiers in, hoping he'd make a politically foolish move.
That's duplicitous. Even for you, Celine.
You took the bait. I met your mercenary captain, Your Grace. He says you were ready to attack tonight.
Clever move. If you were trying to get hanged for treason.
Briala was playing both of you. She murdered your ambassadors and sent you each forged letters.
Even if I did, you can't touch me.
No one will defend you once it's revealed that you and Celine were lovers when she burned Halam Shiral's alienage.
You've made your point. What do you want?
You were three of the best minds in the Empire. You could do so much for Orlais and your people if you stopped fighting.
It is remarkably optimistic to believe that the three of us could ever forget our differences, Inquisitor.
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what happened.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
Lords and ladies of the court, we are pleased to announce that an accord has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends, we assembled are the leaders of the Empire. We must set the example for all Thedas. We cannot be at war with each other, while the Fade itself challenges our borders.
We must stand united or surely we will fall alone.
We will save Thedas from calamity, but only together may we accomplish this.
We will heal our wounded country. A long road of reconstruction lies before us. But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? It is most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By Imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhope.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
This isn't over yet. Corypheus will strike back at us for this loss.
He surely will. But we'll be ready for whatever comes. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I was hoping you'd ask, my lord.
Acabamos aqui com a parte a parte mais chata, porque essa parte é chatinha, né, do jogo. Bem tediosa. Escolhas difíceis, poucos salves. Acho que tivemos um bom final, pelo menos.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V. But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
I don't understand. What is it you're asking of them?
We need them to serve as candidates for the role of Divine. Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late Divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. Now that the political situation has stabilized, we can devote more Inquisition resources to pursuing Corypheus. I would talk to Hawk. Soon.
Bom, amigos, eu vou estar finalizando por aqui, beleza? Vou estar finalizando aqui. No próximo vídeo aí, acho que eu vou fazer Dark Souls. Mas eu vou fazer Dark Souls, eu acho que eu vou fazer Dark Souls. Beleza? Fogo de ferro. Bom, gente, vou finalizando por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Depois nós segue aqui mais contando um pouco da história, tá? As histórias principais. Acho que a próxima vamos para o Bosque Engiçado. Beleza? Na história lá. Obrigado, Matário, pelo apoio aí. Obrigado pelo bem-estar. Ter passado aí no chat. E quem não passou no chat também, passou só visualizando aí, ajudando. Obrigado também pelo apoio, viu? Então, gente, vou ficando por aqui. Um abraço a todos e até a próxima. Valeu!